Alright, hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Heroes of the Storm A to Z. As always, my name is Conman, and we today are checking out Chen. More of a bruiser style warrior
I see.
from World of Warcraft, the Mist of Pandaria expansion. He's probably down on the tier list if you're talking competitive play. He doesn't see a lot of action these days as far as I see. He can still be useful though, he can still be pretty fun to play. He's got a pretty interesting trait and some of the more unique heroics in the game that I think are out there right now. Well, let's take a look at them. We'll start off with his Q ability. So he has no, just keep in mind he's a warrior, so he has no baseline physical or spell armor, so he's just straight up, regular damage as far as it goes, or damage mitigation as far as it goes.
Gladly.
His first ability, Q's Flying Kick. It is just a point and click ability within the range that you see here in the circle. You will kick through somebody, and you'll end up on the other side of them, and then I think you'll pretty much almost always follow it up with a basic attack if you're kind of there. So this can be used, it does a solid chunk of damage, level 20 here, you see it does 246. It can be used to finish somebody off, it can be used to engage, get in somebody's face.
Have one on the
Multitude of uses for Flying Kick. Now, the other thing you'll notice, Chen doesn't have mana. So as I use the Flying Kick, he has got a brew meter. It goes down a little bit, costs 10 brew. He's got a brew meter. This brings us to his trait. His trait is Fortifying Brew. So Chen drinks from his keg, he gains 40 brew, pardon me, that's double digits, and 483 temporary shields per second. Again, it levels level 21 here, up to a max. Shields persist for 2 seconds after he stops shrinking. So in order to use any abilities at all, Chen has to kind of like stand still for a few seconds. And we'll take a look at what this looks like. So as he gets his brew back up and allows him to cast different things, he does get a shield out of it, and the shield will last for a few seconds. So if you're about to get hit by something, you can kind of sit there and chug some brew, maybe get a shield up. It kind of counteracts the fact that you're stationary while doing this, and since it is 40 per second, it doesn't take too long for this to actually fill all the way back up. So it can be used defensively. If you're going to take something for the team, I don't know, triple tap for example, something like that, you can kind of sit there, drink your brew, get your shields, because obviously when you drink beer you don't feel any pain. With that, I will toggle cooldowns off just to show off a little more, which means I don't have to worry about my brew going down, but just keep in mind.
I'll put it on your tab.
W ability is Keg Smash. Again, point and click kind of thing. It's going to drop a keg in the area, showcased by the circle. It has a pretty short range. What it does a little bit of damage, in this case 114, level 21, and it slows the enemy down for 25% for 3 seconds. So, again, you kind of kick in, you drop a Keg Smash, keeps the enemy from getting away, or if somebody's trying to, run away, you can throw it in their face and slow them down just a little bit to keep them within range of your team. Finally, his E ability is Breath of Fire. It's a cone skill shot that you'll see here, 360. It does something like this. And it does straight damage to everything that's in front of it. Now, the cool thing with this is, if you use this on an opponent who's been doused in the brew, it will do bonus damage. You see it's got the extra little tick there. We'll show you what it says in the tooltip. Enemy soaked in brew or ignited deals 219 additional damage over 3 seconds. So basically, it doubles the damage over a 3-second time span.
Leave only wounds.
So it's good to get some extra damage in when you have the opportunity. So that's kind of Chen in a heartbeat. Let's take a peek at the ults real fast. We'll just pick some talents.
Choose a talent.
First one
Choose a talent.
is Wandering Keg. Let's see what this says here in the tooltip. Roll around inside an unstoppable barrel, 60% increased move speed, dealing 135 damage to enemies in the way, knocking them back. This is a very interesting one. I'm going to come up here. So I'm going to toggle this. You'll see it turn into this keg. And I can actually bump people out of the way multiple times.
Well, that was rather entertaining.
Good job, Malfurion Bot.
We are victorious.
You can actually run around, you can bump them in multiple directions. I can hit the merc. So, something to keep in mind, you're not invulnerable. If you're low on health, you can get killed, but you're unstoppable, so you can't get stunned or slowed or rooted or anything like that. The damage isn't too much. I mean, even if you hit them a couple of times, it's not insignificant, but it's not that much. The real trick is its zoning ability. You can kind of roll through the enemy team. You can kind of zone them out of the way from wherever they're doing. You can get behind the enemy team and push a bunch of them into your group. It's like a wombo combo or something like that. You kick right behind them, and then you roll them into danger. You can also use this to get away, since you do get the increased move speed. If you're about to go down, for example, if you're in dire straits and need to move, you can pop this, maybe knock the guy out of the way, and then run the heck out. So this is definitely the way. That is Wandering Keg. I always call it just the Keg. It's like it's Wandering Keg is the official name.
Choose a talent.
Let's take a peek at the other one, which is the other interesting one: Storm, Earth, and Fire. So this one will actually split you into 3 separate pandas. So after 1 second, Chen splits into 3 elemental spirits for 12 seconds, each with 3/4 of Chen's max health and a unique ability. Let's pop this here. Now the thing is, all of these, they're controlled all the same way. So you can't just pick one. It's not like the Vikings, where you can just pick one and move it. They all kind of go together. But each one has got a different ability. And if one gets killed, you won't be able to use that ability. So you've got Storm here, increases the moving speed. Earth is kind of a slam, which slows the enemy down. And then Fire increases the attack. I'm going to go with the attack speed. Attack speed, yep, that's what I thought. So you hit like that, and suddenly they hit more quickly. And you can do a solid chunk of damage with that. Keep in mind, if all 3 of these get killed, Chen will die. Now, I've never actually seen that happen, though it is certainly possible. If you get up to 20, they do have a power-up where they now actually take 100% of Chen's maximum health, which makes them very tanky, as a matter of fact. So there's not a good chance that they're going to get killed, but, you never know with the way these things go.
Adventure awaits us.
I see this used a lot in play where Chen is at low health, and since the spirits take his maximum health and not his current health, so if Chen's at low health and he's maybe about to go down or he's kind of in trouble, you pop this, you can do some damage, and then you can kind of spin the spirits out of the way and get yourself back to safety.
Taste this.
So, something to keep in mind, it does have a 100-second cooldown, whereas the Keg is only 70 seconds, Wandering Keg is only 70 seconds, so you can't cast this quite as often, if that makes a difference to you or not.
This is definitely the way.
So, that's Chen in a nutshell. Let's hop into a quick match, and we'll take a look and see what we can do. Chen, he doesn't have quite the CC as some of the other, more in meta picks might have. I mean, he doesn't have any roots. He does have the slow, but he doesn't have any roots. He doesn't have any stuns.
I bring pandemonium.
He doesn't have anything like that. He kind of just relies on getting in people's faces, doing a bunch of damage, being very difficult to kill. You've really got to make it a point to kill Chen, especially with the Fortifying Brew. You can kind of just shrug off some of the damage. So we've got here, we've got a Greymane. It looks like, I think that's a Nova with the Amazon skin. Let's see what's going on here. Yep, Greymane, a Nubrek, Nova, and a Ragnaros. Okay, so that's a pretty solid comp here. We got a double warrior going on with a Nubrek. We've got some DPS. On the enemy team, we have another Nova. Alright, they did just buff Nova's Snipe Master, so I imagine we'll see more of her. We've got some long-range Poke and Chromie, an actual frontline warrior Arthas. Murky will be pretty squishy, but just annoying. And then, of course, Zagara. So the enemy team's going to have a bunch of push that we're going to have to watch out for. I'm not sure, other than Zagara, though, they don't have, outside Arthas, they really don't have a front line. Zagara isn't more of a front line. She can certainly, drop lots of creep and push a lot, but she's not really a front line. So we've got that going for us. I'm curious to see how this plays out. I think we've got more damage between myself, Greymane, Nova, Ragnaros. We definitely have more damage than the enemy team. We'll see what happens. The Nova on Nova battle is always something that's going to be interesting. That might work in... I'm not sure whose favor that works in with this. Our Nova could probably counter their Chromie, perhaps. I'm not sure how Arthas will do against our Nova. She'll have to keep her distance. Nova might be able to build up some damage by taking out Murky, so there's a lot going on there. I'm actually pretty curious to see how this plays out. And hopefully we are just about to get into the game, and here we go. Fantastic. All right. So I'm going to start off as an interesting... What do I want to start off with? I'm not too sure about the basic attacks. I don't know about the globes on this map necessarily. 30 regen globes is kind of a lot. Although it is a 3-lane map. I'm just going to go with the quest talent, which is to light people on fire.
I see.
And if you can hear, I've got Murky as the announcer because that amuses the absolute hell out of me.
Oh, gladly.
I'm hoping if I can light some people on fire with the extra dot from that, I can actually keep Nova revealed long enough. As I missed the burn right there. Keep Nova revealed long enough to for a team to follow up. And I gotta bail out. So here we go. I'm gonna heal up a little bit. I'm gonna get killed actually. Yep. So, important safety tip: don't do what I just did, which was be bad. Missed a couple of spells. Stood in the fire. Let myself get killed. Not a great start for me.
I'm still feeling that one. Let's go.
Greymane is working up on top though. I see Ragnaros against Murky on the bottom. That's gonna go probably in our favor, although Arthas is coming back down. Alright. I do gotta be careful. I do see Chromie back there, so I'm gonna have to dodge a couple of skill shots. Sagara actually picked off with Nova's help Greymane, which makes sense.
I bring pandemonium.
Right into the time trap.
Prepare yourselves, heroes. The altars rise.
I bring pandemonium.
Murky's gonna bubble, which is to be expected.
I see.
We're gonna tap the well.
Go forth and claim the altars in my name.
We're gonna head off to the middle one. It looks like Greymane's got the top. There's a contestation over the right side. I'm gonna take middle if they let me. I think Ragnaros has got the other two guys in the bottom. Yep, there we go.
Doomed to the Gravekeeper.
Let's see if we can go for the 3-peat. I'm gonna take some turret shots because I went too close.
I will not return to those wretched mines.
So they got the creep here, so they know we're taking this, but there's no one nearby unless Nova's floating around who can do anything. And I'm gonna burn this creep just to get it out of here. So that's a good start for us. We got this is probably not his real egg. Nope.
I must retreat.
I'm gonna get. Nope, didn't get it. Thought Chromie was gonna dump some sand on me there.
Awaits us.
Ragnaros looks like he's going for a Merc camp. I'm not sure if that's the best time for that.
I bring pandemonium. I think it's time for some. I think I will go this way. Try a little storm stout.
Jeez. Yep. stood in the cold and then took damage from Zagara. I thought we had a third teammate up there, but I guess Greymane bailed out. That's my fault for not taking a look at the minimap. So this game is not going our way. Partly because of my fault for sure.
You must capture them quickly.
At least it's not going our way in terms of the kills and the experience. Going our way thus far in terms of the core shots. Here we go, that's what I'm waiting for.
Take the altars and put an end to the grave.
Zagara is going to take that side. Hopefully we're only staying here to stop Nova.
This
All right.
realm will be mine, and mine alone.
There we go. Chromie should have run away when she had the chance. And that's the one good thing that Chen's good for. He can dive in on you pretty hard if you're not expecting it. Chromie stayed a little too close there. That is her mistake. Thankfully, it's our gain. Is that the real Nova? I don't think it is. It is. She's going to get away. Tap the will again. Zagara takes down Arthas, so that's nice. Or Greymane, I should say. Takes down Arthas, so that's nice. Gonna miss everything again. Juke out some. Nope. Nope.
The altars rise again.
Looks like Ragnaros took some mercs. The altar's going. We're pushing hard up top. So we're going to be a little undermanned over here on the bottom to get these two camps. I'm going to go help out.
Be swift.
Go pick that up, Ragnaros. I'll try to zone you out.
Let the Gravekeeper's cronies reach the altars.
Chromie can't come over here without getting it. Nova is there, unfortunately. That is the real Nova.
Your powers will be Gravekeeper, like all the others.
Adventure awaits us.
There we go, good job. Now we still need to pick this up. It looks like, did we take the middle one? I wasn't even paying, didn't even see that. If we did, good job, team.
You have done.
So we get that. So despite the fact that we were having a rough start in the beginning, we're winning quite handily in terms of cores.
Oh, gladly.
Gonna have to be careful. I'm gonna body block you out though.
This is definitely the way.
Oh, that's no good.
I'll put it on your head. For Pandaria. It is time you got smashed. Adventure awaits us.
Stood in the pufferfish. I could take it. I was hoping to kill Murky first. Didn't have enough brew. Suffered the consequences. I'm going to go back and hearth. Saw the power of the Wandering Keg, though. Once we figured out which Nova was the real Nova, we were able to bring her back, keep her revealed, bring her back to our side of the map, where she suffered the consequences. Alright, just one shrine up. One altar up, I guess it is, on this map. We're going to head over here, and we just took a keep, which is good news for us. So they are going to have to react to that. We have 14 seconds till the keg is back up. I'd love...
Lay claim to the altars.
to hold this fight off until we can get it. She's going to miss me with that. I'm still going to be able to get this. And we do. So good job. Let's go up and help the team. There goes Nova. I'm going to kill that. I'm going to body block you. Actually, I probably should have stayed body blocking you, but that's okay. Let's get this camp. Let's get this other camp.
Well done, friends.
Did Nova take bribe? She did. She's going to get it. Got two, and we pick off the third one. There we go. So that's going to put pressure on the bottom. If those get to the end, of course, they are going to count as core shots. So the enemy team is going to have to defend against this. Instead, they're not going to do that. That's fine. I can eat that. You can get killed. Let's get some shots on core. Let's go up here. If we can kill these two guys, we can win with the boss, which is, I think, what we would like to do. There we go. I would love to just get the boss right here.
I've opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battleground.
Chromie and Murky are still alive.
Once more, the altars rise.
I don't know if they're going to be able to stop us. Chromie is all the way on the bottom. Murky is mid. Nova may be peeking nearby, so I am going to want to stay near this. But we've got it, and that's game. Oh, shoot. Nova spawns just too late. Does get killed before the core shots go down. And GG. Well done. That was a rough start. I think we pulled it off. I think, honestly, I think a lot of that was the enemy team just not doing a good job in stopping core shots and contesting against the altar. Good job for Ragnaros. Definitely well deserved there. I saw he was doing well. We will give him a vote. Let's talk about talents. Well, thank you whoever voted for me. Let's talk about talent and why we picked them. Alright, started off. Accumulating Flame. Every time a hero is ignited with Breath of Fire, increase its damage over time by 2% up to 60. After igniting 30 heroes, gain 25 armor for 1 second. Didn't complete the quest. I think I got up to 20 at the very end. It was only a 12.5 minute game, so that's okay. Maybe I would have got it. I missed a bunch of ones in the beginning of the game. Reason I took this, I think I was just going to go using. I was going to use Breath of Fire, excuse me, to try to reveal Nova. Basically, it's an AoE. I was going to try to pop Nova. I really didn't feel too confident about some of the other ones. You know, she's got an ability to evade basic attacks at level 1, which is useful. I didn't see a lot of really auto attackers here that I was going to use this up against, so I'm okay with this. Level 4, Ring of Fire. After using Breath of Fire, ignite in a fiery aura, dealing 52 damage to every second. This is just one of those. Murky's got low health. Let's use it to kind of, you know, tick down Murky. Let's use it to possibly reveal Nova if she's nearby, or to keep her revealed if she's trying to get away. That's just kind of really where I was going with that. It was just all about keeping Nova revealed. Level 7, Brewmaster's Balance. While at 50% brew, or 50 brew, let's try this again because I can't read. While at or below 50 brew, gain 20% movement speed. So, while I'm at low brew, I gain movement speed. Could be to engage, probably more likely to disengage and get out of the way. While above 50 brew, regenerate an additional 18 health per second. So, just kind of what I was going for here. This is probably the most commonly picked talent. Just since I'm going to be at full brew most of the time as I run around, just use it to keep my regen up, and then when I am low, give me the option to kind of run away and you know, do what I need to do to get back into a safe spot so I can drink. Level 10, Wandering Keg. You saw that in action a couple times. Mostly it was just used to harass, although I think there were 2 instances when I was able to pick, you know, to figure out which Nova was the real Nova, and then knock her back, you know, keep her from revealing, and knock her into my team, and we picked off the kill. So that worked out well. Level 13, Pressure Point. Flying Kick slows the target enemy by 35% for 1 second, or 70 if they're soaked in brew. Really, it was just for the slow. I was using the kick to engage a lot. Just wanted to keep them in place. Really, nothing more than that. There is one you could increase the slow on the keg to 40% is another common one. I forget the name of it right now. I just know it increases the slow on the keg. I really like the kick better. I use the kick a lot myself as just an engage. So let's get the slow right off there. Then I can follow up with the keg, and then with Breath of Fire. Flying Leap at level 16 increases Flying Kick's range by 20%, kind of for the same reasons that I just took the talent before. I was using the kick more often than not, kind of as an engage and to get in the enemy's face. Let me give just a little bit of extra range on that so I can, you know, make my moves a little bit better. So pretty straightforward. Had we gotten to level 20, probably would have gone with, I think it's Storm Stout's Secret Recipe, which I heal for, what was it, 1%? I believe it's 1%, might be 1.5% of my maximum health every time I hit a hero with a basic attack. So that's going to really fill up some of what Chen's deficiencies are, where he doesn't have a whole lot of self-sustain. You know, I've got some self-sustain with Brewmaster's Balance when I'm at high brew, but that level 20 talent would have been it. So you go in, you kind of dive in with the kick, you drop some of your abilities, and then you start hitting people in the face with your basic attacks, and it refills some of your health, and you know, it can add up after you know, you get a couple attacks in there. So that's Chen in a heartbeat. Another quick game. I seem to be getting these quick victories when we record these, and I guess I'm okay with this. We'll keep doing it. He's more of a bruiser type. You definitely saw a couple of times some of the things you can do. I stopped Arthas. I don't know if we got the kills in all of them, but I kind of got Arthas stuck in a choke point, and I just stood there and drank brew, which means he was just doing damage to the shield, so I wasn't you know, wasn't taking a whole lot of damage myself, and I was keeping him there in place while the other team members on my squad were picking him off. So that worked out. You saw you know, what you can do with Wandering Keg. There's certainly a lot you can do. I didn't really need to use it to disengage. I kind of just used it to bring the enemy team into danger and do that. And yeah, hope that was interesting. I definitely stood in the bad entirely too much. Just as a personal note, I took probably the most damage. Yeah, a lot of that is just because I wasn't positioned well. You know, I stood in places I weren't supposed to. Trying to square off against Arthas 1v1 while I'm in his aura is not going to go well for me. I really just need to, you know, kick in, drop my abilities, and maybe get out if I can. He's going to win that fight more often than not, especially with Zagara, who's hanging out there. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll post the build up on Heroes Hearth as always. You can check out the link to it. That's Chen in a heartbeat. Coming up next, we're gonna skip Cho'Gall for the moment. We're gonna hop into Chromie. I think I might hold off Cho'Gall until we get back over to the G's over here, and do kind of like a double feature and do them both in one shot. So yeah, so for now, probably Chromie next, and then we'll go into the Haka and Diablo, and then we'll see, maybe Diva will be up on then. We'll get to do Diva because she'll be brand new. All right, as always, my name is Conman. Thanks for watching, and yeah. Do the like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.